So I just got off Soarin' Across America, and honestly, I thought it was okay. I don't have a crazy amount to say about it, but everyone else is talking about it, so I might as well put my 2 cents in. First off, I actually love that Patrick Warburton came back to reprise his role. Not only that, but they still use his original safety video. And the way they transitioned from the new version into the old one is honestly very funny and smart on Disney's part.
We'll begin boarding in a few minutes. First, there's a handsome young devil who'd like to acquaint you with some important safety information. When the doors to your flight open...
See, Patrick is the face of Soarin' with all the fan love and merchandise around him over the years and, you know, the memes. I'm glad Disney didn't just throw it away because this ride is temporary, so, well, I guess they won't throw it away anyways. Okay, I'm just rambling. Let's talk about the ride. The ride itself is pretty cool. One thing I really appreciate is that it shows how diverse the United States actually is. You start with urban environments, then you get your swampy areas, your grassy fields, your snowy mountains, your tropical scenery. It's pretty cool. I like it. A lot of the time when theme parks or movies show America, they lean way too hard into that red rock, cowboy, desert style terrain, and don't get me wrong, that landscape is important and beautiful, but sometimes it feels like that is the only version of America these attractions or movies know how to show. Soarin' Across America does include that type of landscape, but this time it's the Grand Canyon instead of Monument Valley in Utah, and honestly I think it was an excellent choice. I also really like that they hit so many different regions of the country, and they even included Hawaii, which is awesome. And I'll say this, the first major transition might be one of the best transitions in any Soarin' version. I think it might be even better than the elephant spraying mud in Soarin' Around the World. But as always, this ride is not fully off the hook of Disney Supreme, and I do have some complaints. While I really like that opening transition, a lot of the other transitions are kind of rough. These iMovie fade outs look so bad in 2026. I'm not saying every single scene needs some mind-blowing creative transition, but also it kinda does. This ride is literally about moving from one region of the country to another, so the transitions are a little important. When it just dissolves from one scene to the next, it feels lazy and a little distracting. I've seen some people say this version feels it was designed for Disneyland only because the ride starts in the east and works its way towards California. Then in the EPCOT version, it suddenly jumps all the way back to Florida for the finale. See, at first that didn't bother me, but once someone pointed it out, I couldn't unsee it either. It does feel like the film was tailor-made for Disneyland. You start on the East Coast, you travel west, you end in California. That makes perfect sense over there. So why not reverse the order for Disney World? The ride length wouldn't change. You could start out west and build your way back towards Florida. Then the final transition could naturally take us from the rocket scene into Epcot instead of making the random cross-country jump at the end. Did you guys even try? I also didn't think the score was anything amazing. It wasn't terrible, but it didn't really give me goosebumps either. Of all the complaints, this is the smallest one and more of a me problem. Maybe it'll grow on me after more rides, but on my first impression, it was just kind of there. And my last complaint is the visuals. I know Disney says they use real footage and film on location, but some parts of the ride just doesn't look real to me. And in a world of AI slop, I was hoping this ride would, you know, be more realistic. But then again, I'm complaining about the wrong company here. Overall, I think Soarin' Across America is fine. I don't think it's going to offend anyone, and honestly, I'm at that point as a Disney fan where I'm feeling a little fatigued, so even a minor change or a new film makes me more inclined to like it just because at least it's something new. I'm simple, okay? Give me something new that doesn't ruin the original, I won't mind it. Also, having this instead of Soarin' Around the World does feel like fresh air to me. I've had that film for a large majority of my life. At this point, I'm happy that I have this one because I've watched Soarin' Around the World like 65 times. So the fact that I could ride this Soarin' again and have it only be my second time experiencing this version makes me really happy. It didn't change my life. It didn't have to. I'm okay that it exists. My complaints don't make me want to lower the score too much because this is temporary, but the fact that it's temporary also doesn't make me want to raise it either. At the end of the day, this ride is basically the same experience to me, just with a new film, because that's basically what it is. So for now, I'm gonna give Soarin' Across America a 7 out of 10. And for my EPCOT tier, I'm probably gonna still keep it in the amazing tier. Yeah, it's staying there. Okay, bye-bye.